Hi guys, hope you're doing well. It's Thursday, April 30th. I can't believe it's the last day of April. But we made it through the month of April and it's been crazy. Hope you guys are surviving and doing well. Today's going to be pretty short and sweet. I'm going to quickly go over the FRQ that I gave you last night. It was from 2017's exam. So I wanted to kind of just show you a little bit about that. But then also I'm attending another webinar tonight about the specifics of the test. Please let me know if you're not receiving the College Board's email. I can kind of show you how you can make sure that you're getting those emails, because you need the emails to be able to get your test ticket 2 days before the exam. They're also going to do a run through, like a practice upload on May the 4th. So you should be getting information about that. I'm going to also attach like a checklist of things that you should have done prior to the test and then have with you the day of the test. And I'm going to post that in the exam review folder. Okay, and tonight's homework is super fun. We usually do superlatives in class as a review. So it's like most conscientious. They're all review on topics that we've learned before, like highest serotonin level, who are you nominating from class? And then I'll tally it up and I'll give you those results. Usually I had like a little certificate for the people that earned those or that got those. So that's your homework tonight. So no more FRQs for the week. You've been doing a really good job. The key with these is just to keep practicing. Just keep practicing writing, because it's really going to help you. The other thing I would do is make sure that maybe, if you haven't downloaded the cram packet that I put on Schoology, please do, and start to just kind of take a unit a night and 10 to 15 minutes every single night, looking over those terms, because, it's a lot of concepts, but a lot of it, it's review of what we've already talked about. So we know getting that, information in the long-term memory is going to take like distributed practice. So make sure that you're doing that. Okay, I have a couple minutes before I have to go to a meeting, so I want to hurry and get this through. Okay, so here's the prompt that you guys did last night. It was about Sakio. What a great name. And of course, he would play the saxophone if his name is Sakio. He traveled to a prestigious college to audition for a music scholarship after he learned that he had an audition had been rescheduled for later in the day. Sakio was required to play different saxophone pieces on his saxophone and interview with the judges. Just before leaving campus, he was offered a full scholarship to the college. Way to go, Sakio. And so we have to explain how each of the following might have contributed to the success of Sakio's visit. Okay, so we had those concepts here. So I want to show you, this was a response, not any of your responses, I promise you. I got this straight from the College Board. But basically, this was a sample response for sample 1 question. So right off the bat, it doesn't look great, right? It's very short. The terms aren't bolded or underlined, and it's just all lumped together. So basically, his response was general adaptation, stress. The situation he is in is stressful. Implicit memory, remembering how to do something. The basilar membrane is a membrane in the body that helps him. Okay, somatosensory cortex is in his brain. Correct, but we need a little bit more information there. Intrinsic motivation means he likes to do the saxophone, so he's motivated to practice because he enjoys it and will do better. Good. And then he is extroverted, so he likes people. So what was your thoughts on this? He earned a 1 out of 6 on this, and here's why. So let's kind of take a look at this together. So why it's bad, some responses are not even in complete sentences. So make sure that you're putting things in complete sentences. So general adaptation syndrome with a colon equals stress, not scoring. And the formatting is really hard because it's all like smushed together. I think it's not great to do a paragraph unless you're going to bold and underline terms. I really think each term should have its own sentence or two, and then you have a space and then the other term. I think that looks better and it's easier for the readers to read. And the feedback I'm getting from a lot of the the other teachers is that that's kind of just a nice way to do it. Okay, only one term relates actually to the prompt, and the rest are very vague. And the definitions, they're really not good definitions. So they're not like, while some of the definitions on these are valid and correct, the goal is really to relate it back to the prompt. You always have to go back to the prompt and apply it. That's the biggest thing you have to do. So make sure you're taking that concept and then you're applying it back to the prompt, so Sakio. Okay, so here's what would score. And again, I got this straight off the College Board website. I kind of, put a little detail in there. So this is a sample response here. Oops. So the resistance phase of general adaptation syndrome allows the body to remain stable while aroused and deal with a stressor. If Sakio is in the resistance phase of GAS, he will be able to focus and channel his arousal to play well for the judges. Great response, would definitely score. Sakio used implicit memory or muscle memory to automatically know how to play the notes on the saxophone and perform the pieces well. So that would definitely score. And see how it's bolded. So that's always helpful for the reader. The basilar membrane, we just went over this in Unit 4. We know that's part of the cochlea. It's where the magic happens. So Sakio's ear allows him to hear that he is playing the notes correctly on his saxophone. The somatosensory cortex, remember that's at the top of the parietal lobe. We learned that in Unit 4 as well, and also Unit 3. So that's in Sakio's brain, and it allows him to feel the keys on the saxophone and know his fingers are in the right place, and he is playing the correct notes. Because Sakio is intrinsically motivated, we know intrinsic is internal, so we're not just doing it for the scholarship or any of that stuff. He enjoys playing the saxophone and practiced for his audition because he liked doing so. So the enjoyment and extra practice allowed him to play even better in front of the judges. Okay, and then it has extroversion down here. I don't know if you can see that, but that scored as well. So let me quickly go over why this is perfect. The formatting is clear. You're not getting any extra points because it's formatted that way, but it certainly is clear and easy to read. And the examples are specific back to the prompt. Okay, I use Sakio's name and the specific situation for each response. So I'm applying it to the actual prompt. And you don't need to really in-depthly define, but as long as you define the term so they know what you're talking about, you know what the basilar membrane is, and you relate it back to the prompt and apply it, you're gonna be golden, okay? I hope that this is helpful. We can certainly do any of this online together if you need to, but I just wanted to do a quick video today. We're gonna jump into learning. I think I can get a learning review done in 1, possibly 2 sessions. So we'll do learning and cognition next week review. And so tonight, have fun doing the superlatives. Those will be due. I'm gonna give you till Monday to do those, okay? All right, hope you have a great Thursday, a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday.